You ever have a year where things go from bad to worse, blow after blow hits you, and you can't seem to get a break? This was the fate for fans of the beloved Green Emerald Archer. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Roliver Queen, and welcome to how 2019 was the worst year for Green Arrow fans. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you're always in the loop whenever I drop new videos. 2018 was a great time to be a Green Arrow fan. On the TV side of things, the show went into new territory in its 7th season. Here we see Oliver return from prison, which leads to Team Arrow working within the law to stop the season's big bads, such as Ricardo Diaz, the Longbow Hunters, and the Ninth Circle. We also got introduced to the Flash Forwards, which took place in 2040, where a grown-up William, Oliver's son, and Mia, Oliver and Felicity's daughter, take the center stage. Both of these new elements was the breath of fresh air that was desperately needed after the lackluster Season 6. On the comic side, however, things were turning for the worse for Green Arrow. At this time, the controversial Heroes in Crisis saw the death of Green Arrow's longtime protege, Roy Harper. As you can expect, Green Arrow doesn't take this well at all. The death of Roy causes friction between him and the Justice League, which almost leads to him destroying them with the box Martian Manhunter gave him back in No Justice. Also, it begins to put a strain on his relationship between him and Dinah, due to him internalizing his hurt and not properly dealing with it. It's safe to say that the stakes were pretty high in both the comic book and the TV show, and 2019 was looking to be a great year for fans as these storylines progressed. Oh, how wrong we were. Oh, how wrong we were. In December 2018, fans of the Green Arrow comic book were unexpectedly hit with the news that the title was coming to an end in March 2019 with issue 50. Fans were confused, sad, and unhappy, especially since the writing duties had just switched to Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, who had plans to do 50 more issues. The final issue of Green Arrow was released on March 6, 2019. In this issue, we see Green Arrow's world crash and burn as government agents, led by Black Canary, pursue him for the box that Martian Manhunter entrusted him with. The action-packed issue ended on a cliffhanger, which has since gone ignored in the several comics Green Arrow has appeared in after. Fans of the Green Arrow comic book weren't the only ones to suffer on that fateful and sad day as they flipped through the final pages of his series. That same day was when it was announced that Arrow Season 8 would be the show's final season. Talk about a kick in the balls. Fans were already coming to terms with no longer having an ongoing Green Arrow comic book. Now they had to deal with losing him on screen after 8 long years. March 6, 2019 was indeed a bad day. Now let's fast forward to May 2019. Arrow Season 7 finale ended on a somber note as the Monitor arrived to recruit Oliver in order to prepare for next year's crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths. He also drops the bomb that Oliver will die sacrificing himself in the Crisis in order to save the multiverse. Oliver reluctantly obliged, leaving a heartbroken Felicity with their newborn daughter Mia, and leaving fans with much anticipation for the conclusion of his 8-year story, which was set to begin in October. In between that wait, comic fans would continue to see Green Arrow in major comic book events such as the Justice Doom War and Event Leviathan. However, unlike previous events where he played a key role, he was reduced to a background character with no further development. This would unfortunately remain the case as 2019 came to a close. Luckily, things on the TV side delivered. The hype train was in full effect as October finally rolled around and Arrow's final season began. The season follows Oliver as he completes various missions in order to prepare for the upcoming crisis. During these missions, we see Oliver come to terms with his impending and unavoidable death. Most importantly, he faces his past and what's to come after his death, which allows him to receive some well-needed closure, making for some of the best string of episodes in quite some time. The well-awaited Crisis event started with a bang in December 2019, once again bringing in various Arrowverse characters together in order to save the multiverse. In part 1 of the crossover, Oliver fought alongside his friends on Earth-38 in order to buy time so its citizens could leave Earth-1. The Anti-Monitor's forces began to overwhelm our heroes, which caused the Monitor to pull them back. Oliver refused to retreat and heroically continued to fight the Shadow Demons alone, sacrificing himself in the process, thus allowing for even more people to escape Earth-38 before the antimatter wave wiped it out of existence. Arrow fans knew Oliver's story would come to an end. They just didn't expect it so soon, especially since this was a Supergirl episode and Arrow's portion of the crossover was all the way in the later half of the event. Still, with all of that said, the live-action Green Arrow persona was now over. The beginning of 2020 saw the close of the Crisis storyline. Oliver would return as a new being, commonly known in the DC Comics lore as the Spectre. Oliver would once again sacrifice himself in a final fight against the Anti-Monitor, but not before recreating the multiverse and creating Earth Prime, where the main Arrowverse heroes now coexisted on one Earth instead of multiple. The Arrow TV show ended soon after, with older and newer characters conducting a final, yet heartwarming send-off to their fallen hero. This marked the close of the show's 8-year run, with the possible continuation led by Mia Queen, called Green Arrow and the Canaries. Lastly, in the comics, news broke that Brian Bendis' event Leviathan is slated to have a sequel. Based on the art released so far and the synopsis, it seems as if Green Arrow will be playing more of a significant role this time. However, as great as this is, fans would much prefer another ongoing series where he is the main focus, especially now that the TV series is over. Will Green Arrow fans ever be happy again? Only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think down below. Would TV fans like the Green Arrow and the Canary series to get picked up? And comic book fans, are you expecting an ongoing announcement soon? Let's chat down below in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And also don't forget, I stream every single Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be easy guys, Roliver Queen out.